last Premier League preview. All right, let's do it. Hello and welcome to the Matchday Vlogs YouTube channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe because it really does make a difference to the channel. We're here this evening to talk about, and we are going to go through the motions of it all. We are going to talk about up next at St Mary's Stadium. It's Liverpool at home. It's a sellout, and I think it's going to be mostly away fans. We're also going to be having a look back at our weekend away down in Brighton, where we scored a goal, and I think we should have got two because it was a very, very narrow offside. And then we're also going to be having a look ahead to the new season, doing things a little bit different in terms of our chosen 11. We're actually going to be picking who we think is going to stay at Southampton as our chosen 11 because no one cares. No one really cares who's going to be starting on Sunday against Liverpool. It's going to be a bit of a showcase for whoever. So I thought I'd just make it a little bit more interesting. And let's go with a chosen 11, the Remainers. The stand firmers, the ones that truly want to play for the badge on the shirt.
The ones that no one else will buy.
the dregs, the what's left in
the mistakes no one else is willing to make.
The high salaries that no one can bear. But anyway, let us know where you're watching the show from, whether you're watching it live in the chat section. Let us know if you're watching it on replay. In the comment section, we'll be going through all your general thoughts, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're just going to get into it. We're going to get into it. We're not going to leave anything unturned, are we, Jack?
No, this is where we really dig deep.
Yeah.
And have a good cry about everything.
A good cry. Group hug. Group hug. Right then.
Do you have to talk about that game? Should we talk about the heartbreak?
Yeah. Let's talk about our weekend off in Brighton. And my goodness, I have to say, first thing I want to say,
the pie.
Yeah, the pie was poor. Yeah,
awful. Just so dry.
Higher mark than that. I want to just commend the Southampton away travel fan base for the epic scenes. I mean, I've never seen any club celebrate a goal quite like that second one. And it was a goal. Let's be honest, it was a goal from Theo Walcott. The absolute limbs in the away end. I've seen many angles, and and I've had Newcastle fans contact me and say, "Fair play." So there we go. We are massive. There we go.
Honestly, when you look at them back, like see the actual replays on TV, like, oh, all right, we all went a bit mental. And as I look back at it, and I see the clip of us, I'm like, we did go pretty ham, didn't we?
It was absolutely epic. I think I stood on a seat. I've never done that before. I stood on a seat.
So the unfortunate thing is, my lasting impression of that will now be seeing the offside and seeing the Brighton fans filming the section of us like just heartbroken.
Yeah, the tears.
And having seen it, I was like, I knew my reactors like, I can't be like as upset as I actually am because I know there's people recording behind us. So no thanks. So yeah, it was honest to God heartbreak. That's the thing. It was nice to see so many people as well. Like it was a proper away day. Saw some good faces.
It was nice.
Oh yeah, no VAR in the Championship. That's what a treat.
Great to see. Yeah, and thanks to everyone who came over, said hello. Thanks to all those that filmed us on Instagram and then shared us so we could. Jack could turn around and goes, "Who's Ollie?" Was it Ollie? Who's Ollie? Who's Ollie? To one guy in the background, that's me. So that was a lot of fun. And
I thought it's funnier to pretend to be Larry in real life. Yeah. Oh, call me, yeah.
Yeah, I think it sounded quite aggressive to start off with, but it was meant with embracing love. Absolutely. I also have an apology to make. And that is, you probably might have noticed that the footage in the last episode was a little bit shaky. Did you notice that?
Not to any extent, but okay. I saw where the camera was, but so it was odd Dutch angles. But,
I did the unthinkable. Well, obviously did a great job in terms of correcting that. I cannot tell you how stressful it was. Basically, what happened is on my GoPro, there's a thing called image stabilization, and for some reason, it was turned off. So then what I
Oh.
had to do is then correct 90 minutes of footage to image stabilize it digitally. And I can't tell you how difficult it is at a service station in Cobham to do that on my laptop. And
It's so rewarding.
yeah,
So
yeah, it
rewarding.
was. I thought, oh, but it was so frustrating that I could have actually had that. So if you did get a little bit of a, "Oh, why is it not? Why is it so shaky?" That's the reason. So I do apologise. But yeah, that was a sketchy edit because effectively I drove all the way from Brighton to Manchester, edited it like 1 a.m. and then was up for some filming at 9 a.m., which all will be revealed tomorrow. What I was doing up in Manchester, and then I got back from Manchester at 1:30 on Tuesday morning. So yeah, that was my
Nice.
away day.
Lovely.
Something like that. It's nice. That's another one.
I had a really good hot dog at the train station. That was my big takeaway from the day. It really made up for the pie.
How was the train? Was it all right? You said it was really easy.
Train was very easy. If you're going to Brighton away, just get the train. Change at Clapham. You're all good. You're all good, guys. And the thing is, when we were leaving the ground and getting on the train, obviously the big queue to get back on the train. But were the away fans singing? And I had so many Brighton fans come up to me at the end, going, "Yeah, fair play. You mean we've made Europe and you're getting relegated and you've outsung us today?" And that sounds like one of those really made up things. But I promise you, I spoke to a lot of Brighton fans on the way out, and
Yeah,
it was full force. So the away for section was amazing.
yeah, yeah.
Tell you who wasn't amazing? Alex McCarthy. Turns out he's a ghost. Turns out he really is a ghost.
Oh dear. So I'm being a bit straight there because I've got the football on it, and there's a VAR decision. Man United apparently won up, but it's being ruled onside. He's onside. He's onside. He's onside.
This is the sad thing about the situation we're in right now. It bums me out so much that I'm really just not watching football. Like by the time I get to the end of a Southampton match, I'm like, I really don't want to watch another one now
Yeah, yeah.
until I have to come back here. It sucks all my footballing energy. I'm so like not excited. Like there's a part of me as a football fan that's interested to see City in this Champions League final.
Mm,
You know, the fact they're going for a treble, pretty
yeah.
amazing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I probably won't watch the FA Cup final. There's a chance that I won't even watch the Champions League final this year because I'm just like, oh,
Oh, what? I'll put a big night on. You can come over to mine.
gonna put a big night on.
Is it a third? The
I
Champions
think
League
so.
final?
I think so.
Was it the third or was it the 10th? Is it the 10th? I think it's the 10th.
I'll be honest, you don't really want to be around me until the start of August now, to when the season is reloaded, and I've got a few signings in, and I'm feeling a bit better about the situations that we're in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, all football's ruined. I'm currently watching a bit of golf, professional bowling, darts, anything just to, you know, the national bowls team is coming pretty well. The Welsh team is fantastic. Bethana Russ is an amazing bowls player.
Okay. Excellent. Well, we look forward to the rundown of everything that's going on in those sports in the upcoming previews for all events related to what Jack's talked about. Excellent. Look forward to that. Like and subscribe. That's what we'll be doing. Are there any particular positives aside from the amazing away section? Were there any particular positives that you had from that Brighton game? I mean, there was obviously the inclusion of some of the academy players. There's the return of Tino Livramento. Look at Liam and Warren. They're so happy. They're so happy. VAR took that away from us.
That wasn't actually during the goals. That's when they got the last piece of paper out of the bathroom. Fair play, boys. Fair play.
Yeah,
They went for it.
the posters in the toilets. Yeah.
But I think that it was good to see Livramento, and not only see Livramento, but the fact he came in and he went into challenges 100%, and he wasn't afraid to get in.
Shine away. Yeah,
And he was still great on the turn, and he's still got the weave about him. So it really doesn't look like he's been away for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like this is his first game against fully grown adults.
Yeah.
In a year, he looked fantastic. And I think the same could be said for Don Ballard. I thought his movement on the ball was really good. I didn't get to see too much of Doyle, I don't think.
Yeah.
But when we got there, like my Auntie Rachel was like, Ballard's on the pitch. He looks tiny. And then you saw him warming up. I was like, he does look tiny. As soon as he got on the pitch on the ball, I was like, oh, he's massive.
He was getting in and around it. I'm not sure if he's like Premier League level
Luckily, we're
gesture.
not in the Premier League anymore,
No,
so
exactly. It's a fair point. Yeah, yeah. It's
so moving on. I hope he gets more minutes on the weekend against Liverpool.
yeah.
Why
Sounds like
not?
a great time for that. I mean, just a quick note on Brighton. I thought they were particularly impressive attacking. Absolutely terrifying in terms of the attacking threats that they got. Matoma, Evan Ferguson just look so electric. I mean, they're gonna do well to keep hold of some of those players. I mean, obviously being in the Europa League, the actual Europa League now, not the Mickey Mouse section of it.
Yeah.
Look at me dissing a section of the European competition that I would absolutely love to be in. But no, the full on Europa League. They're probably going to attract some big names. But like I said, I mean they're going to do well to keep hold of some of those players because oh my goodness, they have. I think McAllister's on his way out already. So we'll just have to wait and see.
I'm not the one that's going to wish it upon any team because it happened to us where you have all these good players and the big teams come and poach them. But the arrogance of the Brighton fans saying that their ownership's too good for that, it's like they
Mm,
are till the checkbook's out.
it's just all about who they recruit because if they
Yeah,
keep doing it and if players also see the fact that you go to Brighton, then you get a good showcase of you as a footballer. They'll keep attracting those players, and it will keep going that way. So unfortunately, we're not in that position. So there we go.
but
There we
here's
go.
I think it might even be more about Brighton losing certain like higher ups, like the director of football and their scouts.
Hmm.
Like that'd be the thing that tears that team apart.
Absolutely.
It might not necessarily be them losing players, but losing any backroom staff. I mean, I just point to Chelsea or look at United if United are about to be bought,
Mm.
they're going to want to go from the scratch again. And I can see them being
Yeah.
like, right, well,
Harry Kane.
Brighton
Yeah.
works, so let's get that scouting team in. So
Yeah.
it's what's happened to us this season really with Chelsea.
Yeah. Look at us. Look at us. That's
Learn.
that's where we're at. All right then. Let's stick a pin in that one and let's have a look. Up next for Liverpool at home. I mean, I don't really know what we need to be saying about this because in terms of an actual game itself, how much is actually on this game? I think maybe Liverpool have got to do something to get you. Are they in Europe? They're just in Europe, aren't they? They're
I don't
just
know
there in
actually.
Europa League. I've done all the background work except for the preview of what the games are. But that's just where we are. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't
Like
really matter, man.
if you're a Liverpool fan watching this, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you'll live. It's absolutely fine. I'm
If
sure
you're a
you will.
Liverpool fan watching this, it's been you're welcome. First of all, look what
Yeah,
you've done. Look what you've done to us. This all started off
Mane,
when
Van
you came
Dijk,
to town.
Banana,
So
Shaqiri,
if,
Klein,
if you could
Lovren.
just do us one favor and let us bow out with a great win, like one final goodbye.
If you could give away about 6 free kicks per half on the edge of the D, that'd be really appreciated. So do the right thing, okay?
Yeah, come on.
Of all the players that you've stolen from us, bought from us, stolen from us, bought, same thing.
Have you
I think that's the least
have
you deserve.
you
The
seen
least
just
we deserve.
some of Prowse's comments the past day or so?
Um,
Just some of his interview clips.
yeah, one or two.
They're
Yeah,
pretty sad. They're pretty.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty heartbreaking for everyone involved.
yeah. I mean, the irony of finishing our Premier League campaign of 11 years with Liverpool at home isn't lost on me.
No.
Feels a little bit, don't know, poetic.
If Van Dijk scores, might just set fire to something. And unfortunately for you, you're quite close to me.
There's a bin beneath us. You set fire to that. That look
True,
kind
true.
of.
Plastics in that, mate. Come on, think of the environment.
Yeah, okay. God, poor Tramer's an absolute monster. I would never burn that. You're the one that started the fire. Right.
Always been
Do
burning,
we
mate.
really want to talk about pricing right now?
No,
Can we
no,
leave it to the end of
no.
the
Let's
show?
just. He is our player till he's not our player, and just until that happens, he's here for life.
Hmm. He's currently locked at the bottom of St Mary's, and he's not allowed to go anywhere at the moment. He's just staying there.
I would be up for that if that's something they want to try and do.
It'd take a shift standing guard outside the
Yeah,
dressing room.
I'd volunteer for that. I'd
Yeah.
volunteer for that.
Tries to get her to just throw a few more Twix in the door. Just stay out. Stay in there.
I'm not giving him Twix, mate. He needs to perform. Strict.
Oh dear. Right. Anything in particular merit for talking about Liverpool? I mean, obviously they've had a bit of a disappointing season. They're going
This
to
is
be
the funny thing of like even like up until like 5-10 games ago when we were looking at the end, I was like, I think we're going to beat Liverpool. And even now, I just feel like because of the season they're having,
the madness.
madness, that anything can happen against them. Annoyingly, we just really aren't that team that like it's like anything can happen unless it's Southampton.
Yeah.
So now we're really at that point. I'm like, well, this is going to be awful. So you never know. Away from home,
They've
might
got
just
nothing to play. I'm just looking at the table here. They're on
Yeah.
66 points.
nothing to play
Man
for.
United win this. There's absolutely no chance of them catching anyone in the top 4 position. They're not going to be caught by Brighton behind. They're 4 points clear of Brighton, who are just beneath them in 6th position. If Man United somehow lose tonight, they'll be back on 69. But the goal difference basically means that they would have to score a lot of goals. I think it's like
an awful lot.
Like maybe 8, 20, 8, but 16 goals.
There's one team likely to concede 16 goals.
16 goal swing. So it's not happening. Even if Man United lose this, it's not happening, is it? At all. So
no, it's just not.
Yeah, it's not really worth talking about, is it?
Yeah,
We'll just move on. Just move on.
Just this is it, mate.
Oh, they've got some good players. They've come good towards the end of the season. It's been too late. They should have started like this sooner. Blah 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 blah. Right, move on. Now we're gonna do. That was that's sufficient enough, I feel. Now we're gonna do a segment of the show. The predicted 11. Or should actually let's do it reverse. So we'll do score predictions because this predicted 11 is going to have nothing to do with Sunday's game. So
okay, I guess so.
Score predictions.
Let's do score predictions. Come on, man.
All right, this is the part of the show which has come super early because we're mixing it up. It's our special relegation party show, where me and Jack are going to be going through our score predictions for Sunday's finale against Liverpool at home. So please smash in your score predictions now in the chat section or in the comment section if you're watching this on replay, and we'll be going through those right after we've gone through ours. So fire away, go. Right, I went first last time, even though this was preview. The last preview we did was Fulham, so it's a long time ago. Yeah.
I believe I went first at the game, so
That's true. That is true. Okay, I'm gonna go. What am I gonna go for? Absolute madness. I think it's gonna be 3-2 Liverpool.
So hold on. After all this time, and after all the grief we went through last time, you said this. You're still going to say it.
Do you know what? 4-2 Southampton then.
That's better. Come on.
Yeah.
It's about time you said something smart.
Yeah, did it. I gone did it.
I'm going to say 2-1 Southampton. Ruben Sellers falls to his knees and cries.
You're going 2-1 Southampton.
2-1 Southampton.
So we've reversed. It's like I should be sat on.
That's more your punishment. That's more your punishment for saying we were going to lose.
You should be sat on this side, and I'll sit on that side. That's what I should do. Now. All right, fair enough. I'm going to stick it up there. Have you pushed buttons?
I accidentally pushed a button. I pushed a button, Mike. Get it going.
Stop pushing buttons.
I'm trying.
Okay, go on then. Don't touch it.
I'm not touching
Don't touch it.
I've not touched anything. But it's nice to know I can push buttons.
There we go. You can push buttons. You're just finding out you can push buttons. Live on air. You're trying it. Unbelievable. Right, let's go through.
I just literally went to move my mouse like I whacked it.
Right. I can see someone's with me in the 4-2 here. This is fun. We're all going for it. Right, here we go. Let's start with...
Yeah, so here's the thing: we need to score a goal because we can't have Elianusi being our last Premier League goal.
Yeah.
That can't be a thing. It needs to be someone of note.
Yes, indeed. Hello, Redford, watching for the first time in a while. Fantastic, good to have you back. Right, where am I starting? Josh, no relation to Adam. Literally got it in his username now. Fantastic, nice work. He's going for a 3-0 Saints. Someone's brought their own booze. Flipping out. He's going for a Ballard hat trick.
I love
Love to
that.
see it. Love to see it. I love when we start strong with all these. It's nice. King Gravy's going for 2-0 Saints.
A clean sheet, even like listen, as much
Seems to
as
be
we're
more interested in Madison than James Ward-Prowse. I know. I thought that as well. Saints now is going for a 2-1 to Liverpool, sadly, but goal at home would be nice.
Stop it. Grow up.
Mason's going for a 5-1 Liverpool. Ryan's going for 3-0 Liverpool based on the last 10 games. You don't want to go on based on the last 10 games because you pick even worse than 3-0, to be honest with you, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, yeah. There's not that 16-0 then looks very, very manageable.
Yeah. Nico's going for a 4-2. Oliver Gray's going for a 2-1 Saints. Also, fair play, 4-2. Good shout. Like it. Oliver Gray's going for a 2-1 Saints. James Ward-Prowse to 16 free kick shots on target and score the last 2. Smash
Love
that. We would absolutely love that. That'd be fantastic. Delgirl, look at this. Look at some of our results against the big teams. You never know. I'm going 3-2 us. That's a good shout. That is a good shout. You know, you come and play football against us, then we're there to play football. So you just never know. King Rose added to his 2-0. Ward-Prowse scores a free kick in the 35th minute. Very specific, like it. Then Alcaraz scores in the 89th minute. Excellent. Clip that up. It's going to happen.
Let's hear it.
Morgan's going for a 1-0 Saints, but Elianusi scores the goal to send me into deep depression. I felt so sorry for Liam on that. When he said Lianco's going to score this, going to score,
and he was so close. And he was so close,
and it turns out to be Elianusi. So weird disappointment at the end of that. Charlie is going for a 2-0 Saints, 2 James Ward-Prowse free kicks. If he breaks the record, another club, it will break us. Yes, it will. It will hurt. 2-1 Saints, Prowsey free kick brace. Oh, I'd love to see it.
That's everyone deserves it. Everyone deserves that free kick.
We do deserve it. 100%. Member of the channel, Mark, thank you so much for your support. It's going for 1-0 Saints. Van Dijk own goal. Fantastic stuff. If you want to know how to become a member of the channel, details are below the video. Just click join, and there's a couple of levels you can do. And and I've forgotten to add the link to join this show, and that's just come to my attention. So sorry about that. Normally there is, but there's lots of fun stuff in there as well. Didn't realise Mike and Jack gave their predictions. The sound is on mute while watching the football. Fair enough. Don't know how to take that.
I mean, switch the football off and put us on the big screen.
Watch the football on your phone and put us on your TV.
Absolutely.
Lord O'Bain's going for 1-0 Elianusi. Look at that. And Morgan's going, screw it. Lianco hat trick. Boom. Mic drop moment.
Love that.
Mic drop moment. Right. Well, let's move this round to our predicted 11. Now, we're going to do it a little bit different here. What we're going to do is we're going to do a predicted 11 of who's staying. Okay.
Now, here's the question: do we do it in a 3-4-3, Russell Martin's preferred style?
Let's do it. It's not been confirmed.
It was all but confirmed, didn't it?
So let's do that now.
I think they're I bet you anybody they announce it on the day.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
How awkward is that going to be for?
Amazingly so, but that's about that. But that feels like a thing they would do. You've been relegated. Here's an awful season, but here's the bright future. Russell Martin. Ah!
Yeah, that would be a weird one. Sorry, just receiving a phone call during a stream. I don't know who that. Yeah.
Do they not know? Is everybody you know not watching?
Yeah. So Who knows? Right. So, stick in who you think is going to be staying, and we're going to do a brilliant here. Hooray! Got it to work. So, you reckon it's got to be 3-4-3? You say, yeah?
I believe so. I think that's what I've been told he likes. That's the formation of Swansea.
Oh, okay. Look at this. This is a
But
possession-based football
but
formation,
with
is it?
with the two like the wing backs playing high.
Yeah. Can I start?
Go for it.
Thank you for the like on Facebook. I was just on that. Much appreciated. Don't forget to smash the like button. Really does help the stream. Does help us out.
1-0 to the
So,
Saints, young man.
yeah.
I thought I said Theo. Then I was about to be very upset with you.
Yeah. If you're going to grant me one, I want that. You want to go
Tino, that
next? This is going to be like a game of chess, isn't it? So take turns as like positions. You give me the number and the player.
player 7, Larios.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Feel that deep burn.
After this, we will get into our thoughts of Russell Martin as well. So stand by on that. Stand by. Right. Who else do I want? Oh, I know who I want. You already know what I'm going to type on, don't you?
Lienko.
Do I think he's staying?
I think he is.
Yeah.
I think he is.
Yeah. I'd love to see.
In which case, player 4, Bednarak.
All right.
And pop a little C next to his name as well. Because he'll get that armband.
Oh, you can't say that because then I know what's not going to be in another.
Yeah, but we know it's not going to be there, so just.
You never know.
And if we're being crazy, because here's something I think might also happen. See that player number 2 there? Pop Seletar in there.
Ooh, I'm just going to adjust this banner. Just going to adjust this banner because it's. Oh, hang on, someone at my door. Just give me two. Chat to the people. I'm home alone. I've got to take this. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh my god, so unprofessional, so unprofessional. But what do you think, guys? But that number 2 slot, that last centre back, do you think Seletar's going to stay? Because I think that could happen. If not, is Jack Stevens coming back, or is Jack Stevens done and dusted? He did say those pretty wild things, when we were playing Bournemouth about. He's pretty burnt bridges when he said that. But then again, so was Bednarak. It's hard to say, isn't it? It's hard to say. Tell you what, we're going to get lost after this because I have no idea who's staying. I don't even think Shea's staying now. I think Shea's going Nottingham Forest. Or maybe Everton. Everton seem to like him. Don't know why. He's a Dyche player, though. He's a very, very Dyche player. That's the thing. You're right. He doesn't. He doesn't. But at the same time, I kind of think in a possession-based team, he's not a bad on-the-ball player. So here he is, back again. Get something good.
Back again. Yeah. I got a new mic.
Woo!
For after game fan cams. I'm going to be speaking to everyone after the game and before the game. Boom.
Look at this. What
Look
a
at
time
this.
to be alive.
Look at this. That was who was calling me. It's the Amazon guy.
We're back. We're back, baby. Next season's going to be fun.
It's going to be massive. Sorry. Thanks for holding the fort, Jack. You didn't say anything too scandalous, did you?
No, just more about Seletar, that position. Or will Stevens be back?
Yeah. Who stays FC? Who put that? I did. I did it. Right. So, sorry. Where were we?
It's a difficult one to say because I think Stevens might be back.
Mm-hmm.
Although he is shaping up to be Bournemouth's player of the season.
I'm not sure. I think he will be back. I'm not sure if Bournemouth would buy him.
Not for what we're going to ask for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I reckon. So you're going to put him back?
Put Stevens in there. Go on. I actually think you put Lianco in the middle and Stevens there, but for the sake of
I can move.
it, that's
Steve
what we're doing.
Stevens.
Right, rest of it up to you, mate. You go for it. I guess you put Baz in goal. I think McCarthy's done.
Yeah. Yeah, he was shocking against Brighton, by the way. I don't understand why you don't put Baz in goal against Brighton.
Here's the thing, mate. Most of the things that I think about Southampton right now start with the sentence, I don't understand. Insert anything from Southampton related to Southampton. So
yeah. What's this? Yes, you could have. You could have, but I would watch it on replay. I watched the entire show back, so I would know. So, just saying.
I think that says more about you.
It is. It's fair.
I think what you've done there is kind of talking about yourself behind your own back.
I did check audio levels throughout the entire show. Right, we're going here for programs. Bazunu, Lianco, Penderek, Stevens. Oh, with us so far? Yeah, not Diallo.
Diallo's going. Diallo ain't staying.
Yeah, no, I can't see. Please don't do that. I can't. I'm not saying it's worse than relegation, but no.
I tell you what, I'll say something that'll make you happy. Players 5 and 6, Will Smallbone, and Romeo Lavia. He said it.
You know
I said it.
Friends, don't you? You know
I said it.
Friends.
I said it. Romeo Lavia.
Okay.
I just think we've given him a lot this season. We've given him a chance that nobody else has.
Yeah.
Time to pay that back a little bit. At the same time, Man City have that, was it 40-50 million pound buyback clause?
Uh-huh.
And that starts next summer.
Yeah.
So if someone's buying
already, aren't they?
But if somebody's coming in this year, it's going to have to be for over, 40-50 million.
Yeah.
And for a relegated centre defensive midfield player who was out injured, still a bit unproven. It could do with a year on loan somewhere. So why not just let him stay at Southampton?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do what he needs to do. So if that I think that can make people happy. I think that'd be a big thing for the club to come out and be like, he's staying.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, I have actually said that Lavia is my player of the season.
Oh yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do a season review soon. Oh god.
We'll do it. We might have to do that one pre-recorded because I just got
flashbacks from last season. I just got flashbacks from last season.
That was painful. I won't do it like that again. That was not so good. Right. I'm gonna stick one in here. Is it my go?
Go for it. Love that.
And for good reason. I think Kalmadine Sulemana is fantastic on the ball.
Yeah.
So I think possession-based football is going to suit him. Will the Championship suit him? I don't know.
Tough. We paid a lot of money for you, and you've done nothing.
Well, he's not really had that much. He's been a bit part player. I understand why Paul Onuachu has been a bit part player, just by the sort of style of football we've been playing. It just doesn't really make sense to include him. But I would have thought I'd seen more of Sulemana, although he has featured more so than Onuachu. Right, where are we going next? I've not done a formation like this before, so it's kind of throwing me like.
Player 10, pop Alcaraz in there. His word is bond.
Digging it.
And then
who's going up top?
His name is Adam Armstrong.
Yeah. That's exactly who I was going to say.
Adam Armstrong or Sakamara. But Adam Armstrong loves it in the Championship. I think Shea will go this summer.
Yeah. Not a lot of people want him though. A lot of people
Everton, Nottingham Forest. One of them will take him.
And Leeds. That won't make much of a difference now. Yeah, I think that's a good shout. I mean, I thought Liam made some excellent points on his post-match thoughts in terms of our striking lineup. In terms of like Adam Armstrong's a winger,
Yep.
so we don't really have an out-and-out killer striker. Um, Maybe second Mara, but even
Yeah,
that,
that's what I mean. But again, never know. Pig Paul might do something by that time round, but who knows?
yeah.
Who knows? But let's just looking at this team,
Mm-hmm.
that would do some stuff.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Just looking through some of these comments, let us know in the chat section whether you like this, whether you think we're absolutely mad to think someone's going to be staying at Southampton that's in this lineup. Lots of people saying really hope Charlie stays. Charlie is settled here. Yeah, no, I think it's. I have heard that as well, and I think it's it's too soon to move on, and I don't think other clubs have seen enough of some of these players to go, I'm having him. I'm having him. So, yeah, much
Yeah,
top.
I think you're right. You've got all you have to do is look at the look at those FIFA cards, mate. That's the way I say it. Look at the FIFA cards.
Yeah, seems to,
Lavia's still a 69 rated bronze. Like,
yeah. Want to see Arsenal realistically Lavia God. Oh, don't say this. Don't say this. It's a fair point. I mean, how can I going? Don't forget these guys have agents. Yeah, agents will be pushing for moves regardless. They'd be pushing for moves if we stayed up. Let's be honest about this. So so yeah.
but they're not, and this is the team. I'll be honest that we have missed a name out here, and that's Nathan Teller.
Mm.
I think we're gonna have him next year.
Okay. Well, let's we can add. We can add. So we're doing. Is he right side or left side? He's
I
right.
think he's playing right side. But I
Yeah.
think maybe if you're going to be pragmatic like this, you could put Alcaraz in the Lavia position,
It's true.
and if we're going to say that he's actually going. But I think Teller. I think we'll have Teller.
Da, da, da.
Listen, there's no point going into signings now either because all the other names we've been linked to already, I don't know who they are, and I have to do a lot more looking into Championship players
Yeah.
before I can start agreeing or disagreeing that signing 3 Swansea players would be a good idea.
Agreed. It's gonna be a contentious one. I'm about to type here. That's no thoughts.
I think he could be, man. I think he could be. And also on the other side with Tino, James Bree's definitely still going to be in this team. So,
Man, if Luton go up, can you imagine? Spare a thought.
Bree was all right. I thought against Brighton.
Yeah. Yeah,
Solid.
it was. Yeah, it's fair. Yep. Yep.
I think that's a team that comes straight back up. What are we talking about?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Well, believe what you want to believe.
Mm. Yeah. We're gonna have the highest wage bill in the championship. Yes, we are.
Money, money, money.
Exactly.
Is that what that 4 mil that Dragon put into the club today?
Yeah, it's literally Ward Prowse's wages for the championship. That's all it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
How's a Rooney Cowboy? That's it's a team. It's definitely a team.
Mm. Brian Clough himself has come back from the dead to comment on our channel tonight. So thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate the effort. Do you think we'll sign Joe Perreault and Matt Grimes? I think it depends if, I mean, it looks like the manager is likely to be confirmed, but I can see him maybe going back to his club and maybe taking a few of his preferred players. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see that. Shall we move on? Are we done on this?
I mean, I would say yes, but is there any of all the other topics we've got to talk about? Is anything positive?
Yeah, we're going to talk about next season.
Great.
The super positives about next season.
Right. Let's go.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Stevie 66 agree.
That's Steve.
Jack. Hey, Steve. Oh, I missed the goal. I missed the goal. My favourite moment looking back on that footage, editing that really made my day. I forgot that moment. It's fantastic. Thanks, Steve. Fantastic. Um, sorry, I lost my train of thought then. We're going to be moving on to talking about next season now, right?
Yeah, let's talk about next season
Right.
and all the
Good.
good stuff it has to entail.
All the good stuff. So, next season, we will, of course, be playing in the championship.
It's the
As
nearest
everyone,
away day QPR.
I think so. Maybe Bristol City away, Plymouth Argyle away, maybe Luton, maybe Coventry away. There's a lot of northern clubs.
A lot.
We all bemoaned the fact we had to go to St James's Park once a season. Well, I got news for you. We've got to go further than that on 2 occasions. I think Middlesbrough and Sunderland are further north than certainly Sunderland's further north.
Oh, that Sunderland game. Oh.
Yeah.
Already, I'm thinking about like I would quite like to do it, but at the same time, I really, really don't want to do it.
Yeah, maybe we can get a GoFundMe for a private jet for Matchday Vlogs. It's a stretch.
I'm pretty sure they try to shoot down planes over Sunderland. They think they're big birds.
Oh dear. Look at you, Jet, making friends already.
I don't want to be friends with people from Sunderland.
So, looking ahead, is there anything? I mean, we'll get onto the manager very very shortly, but is there anything particularly you want to see from Southampton? Whether it not be new screens at stadiums, safe standing.
One thing I really would like to see is before August another fans forum.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the signs that there will be another one, because there's a part of me that thinks with no Simmons and a big change in the club,
Yeah,
we're going to start to lose some stuff like that. And that bit of transparency that we seem to have actually, at least the past few years with Martin Simmons and with Gal, it was rubbish, but you knew what kind of rubbish it was.
yeah.
And now you get a lot of talk from, Rasmus and Henrik, and it's like, that's not what you said you'd do. You said this was a well-run club and nothing really needed to be changed, and then you started changing an awful lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think what they've done though is they've changed things that then have gone against the grain of what Martin Simmons. Because let's face it, Martin Simmons did a great job during the Gow era in terms of like running the club on a bare budget and making sure that Ralph got what he needed. I mean, both Ralph and Martin Simmons did a very good job during that tenure. And I just think the disruption that has been the insertion of a ton of new young players has just kind of rocked the apple cart, and it's not really suiting what Martin's about now. And I don't think whether or not he can make that much of a difference to what's going on, and probably decide himself maybe it might be a time to move on really. But so I'm not that surprised.
I'm not surprised that Martin's gone. I just see the way that the club, because that was the way that this has all been going. I just hope we don't lose those things like the fan forums and
right,
being able to really get answers out of the club.
Yeah.
Because that's what if you're not up for seeing Rob get booed by a couple of old women, that was probably one of the most entertaining things that happened this season.
Still never forget that moment where he turned around and go, "Did they just boo me?" And I went, "Yeah, they did.
They did." How long ago does it seem since that night in like that fan forum, like seeing Ralph there in his in the khakis? It's like, oh
talking
god,
about Brentford away and how bad we were.
Yeah, Martin Simmons travels to every game. Yeah. So it's I just hope that the Southampton way doesn't get lost, whatever way that is.
Yeah.
The first things first is that the fans' voice is heard within the club. So let's just hope that's there. But I'm excited to see the new turnaround. I'm excited to see a possession-based Southampton team and see how quickly St Mary start booing back passes. But
Play it forward. Play it
yeah,
forward.
that'll be pretty insane. But yeah, I kind of wish that we weren't just changing to possession base. I wish we would just becoming around a more all-rounded team.
Mm,
So when people eventually figure out the possession, we have another idea
yeah.
rather than just like now where if the press doesn't work, then nothing, then we don't have anything else. Like it doesn't seem to me Southampton have the good graces to be a team that's amazing at one thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, but I think we will generally be more rounded. I don't think it's just going to be 100% that. I just think that the way we've been playing that kind of like pressing Ralph style ball, which
It
Ruben
needs to.
has tried to redo, hasn't he?
It,
Um,
it just makes
and
no sense.
just been generally quite awful. Probably the worst record it is. So let's have a quick chat on what is likely to be a our new manager, which is Russell Martin, who appears to be uh, coming in at the helm. Now, firstly, sorry, I'm a bit stuck on my buttons here. Um, firstly, it's a bit of an unknown, and a lot of people are saying that it kind of feels like a bit of a Nathan Jones style appointment, but we just need to be realistic of who we're actually going to get in the
Mm.
Championship. You know, we're not going to get a Brendan Rodgers. We're either going to get someone like this, or we're going to get a Wayne Rooney, or a Stevie Gerrard, or a Frank Lampard, or something like that. So I kind of feel a bit more. It's weird. It's weird. Like whoever it is, you're going to get behind and give the
I
full
can't.
support.
I can't help
But
but feel like, say, if you bought Jones in the summertime and he had an entire preseason and the transfer window completely dedicated to what he wanted,
yeah,
probably would have gotten more out of the team.
yeah,
And it wasn't a complete overhaul you know, of what it was. I
hmm,
think as bad as Jones was, he also wasn't helped by the fact that he had a terrible squad.
yeah. Who are all
There's
over the
no getting
place.
around it. As bad as Jones was, the team itself has been even worse because they've been awful without him. They've been awful with him.
Yeah, I mean, away at Fulham, that kind of felt like there was a bit of fight in that team, and arguably we could have won that game. We could have won
Yeah,
that game, and I've not seen that in a Saints side since in terms of that sort of dogged fight. I mean, okay, we won it against Leicester at home, we won against Chelsea away, but
yeah. There's a part of me that thinks that once Jones left and Sellers took over, because they like Sellers and there's they don't. Like, a lot of people make the point that none of them call him Gaffer. They all call him Ruben. It's like
mm,
he probably doesn't crack the whip quite as hard. He probably tries to protect the players a little bit too much.
yeah,
And that's why you really haven't seen it. Like it's pathetic how we haven't seen anything. I think if at least if Jones was there, you probably would have seen a bit more of a rugged fight in a few games
yeah,
because I think he would have just caused that. So this is how bad the season is. Is that I'm now at a point where I had to see what the pluses of Jones would have been
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
we're now going in with again I don't know anything about Russell Martin. I've watched that his tactics video about a game against Cardiff when they won 4-1, and just listen to how he sets the team up and stuff. And he talks well,
yeah,
seems to know what he's talking about. And for him to have a squad, that's willing to back him, go all in. I just want a committed squad again. I mean, look at when we came up, Nigel Atkins was no one but to us.
exactly, exactly. Back to back promotions.
Exactly.
That's
So if a manager can go in and galvanize a team, he can do. They can do anything.
hmm,
So
hmm,
I'm just hoping for that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a complete rebuild in terms of what he's going to be doing. So, I just think it needs to be something this. Obviously, we've got to give it a chance, but I just think we've got more of a chance. I mean, someone in the chat section was there saying that his record isn't particularly amazing. His record for the latter part of the season is particularly good. I mean, some will argue that it's not really the business time of the season. A lot of players were already on the beach and that kind of stuff, and stuff to be played for wasn't really there for some of the clubs that they were up against. But that said, oh, Man United just scored again. That said, he's had a very limited budget, and he's going to be having one of the
Yeah.
perhaps higher budgets of the Championship with some very talented young academy of Manchester City players. So who knows what he could do? I mean, we've already seen how good Adozie is on the ball, how good Sulemana is, whether or not he'll be here this season, but even Larios, and some of these younger players that could be do fantastic things. So yeah, I'm not willing to rule anything out just yet. I think it's we get behind him and do
Yeah.
what we can really.
So that's all we can pray for,
That's
my
all
man.
we
That's
can
all
do.
we can pray for.
Oh dear. And Wayne here saying you guys should be joint managers and sort this out. It'd be the worst idea ever. Can you imagine us as managers?
I don't know. I kind of love the idea
Have you
of,
had a Twix? Have you got a Twix? Has everyone got a Twix?
but
Everyone
let's just say how popping this channel would be if me and you got FA badges and took over a Sunday team.
yeah,
I'm just saying that's some pretty good content.
maybe we'll look into it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Sorry, something's pop it here. When we were in League One, went for a manager with even more proven Premier League experience in Pardew. Why are we gambling on a manager who Martin less experienced than Nathan Jones? Yeah,
But who was Pardew with before us? He wasn't Premier League, was he?
he done Newcastle then?
No, that was after us.
Is that after us?
I'm pretty sure he had Pardew had his Premier League reigns after Southampton.
Well, Pardew's been pretty much everywhere. Charlton, West Ham. Where else has he been? I don't know.
West Ham, was it? West Ham.
Oh, look at Mark Hughes now. He's in League 2, isn't he? League 2?
Yeah, Brentford. Not Brentford.
Bradford, yeah.
Bradford, that's it.
Yeah. There we go. Charlton, Reading. Thank you. That's the one. And West Ham. Do you remember it being like that? So yeah. Anyway, we'll wait and see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But any other final thoughts?
What pie are you gonna have in the last game?
What pie am I going to last day? Be super predictable. Have a chicken bolty? I don't know.
Just chicken bolty.
Yeah, maybe. I do like the chicken leek and bacon one.
Yeah, it's good.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
Pie of the season, Villa away.
Oh, Villa away. Before we even do the
Spurs
wrap
pie is
up of the
pretty good.
season.
Spurs pie.
Spurs pie always good. I had
Yeah.
two top stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. You did have two. I remember that.
I'm excited for some championship pies. Put it that way.
Yeah, we'll be ranking them. We'll definitely be ranking them. Well, fantastic. Well, I think we've pretty much divulged everything that we had to discuss this evening. It's been fun. We haven't really said much about Liverpool, but like I said, there's not really much to play for well, there isn't anything to play for. It's just purely going to be a showcase kind of game. And I think we're all going to be just looking at our phones to see what's happening elsewhere in the league in regards to Leeds, Leicester, and Everton are all still fighting for survival. Perhaps a final thought there, Jack. Who can you see going down? Who's coming with us out of those three? Which are the two?
Leicester Leeds.
Yeah, that's a smart money on that one, I would say. Let us know quickly in the chat section as well who your two are. I can see some mad things happening on Sunday. And here's my crazy prediction. You ready?
Go for it. Talk to me.
You look ready. I'm going to say Everton and Bournemouth is going to be 2-2. And then I think Leicester versus West Ham is going to be 2-1. And I think Leeds versus Tottenham is also going to be 2-1. So what that will mean...
To Leeds?
Yeah. What that will mean is Leicester will survive.
Well, that's a Rooney.
So I'm going to say Everton and Leeds are coming down to the Championship.
Everton and Leeds. That's
So,
what a spicy Championship.
Everton won't bottle it at Gibson. They've got a lot of players out injured. A lot of players are injured, and I
And
just
they've
can't
bottled it a
see.
lot at Goodison this year.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. So yeah, just be absolutely. I
Well,
mean,
here's the thing: do you think Dyche loses his job?
mm, no, because I think if Everton stay up, I'm not sure what Dyche's deal is if it's end of the season. But if they go down, I think they'd be silly to get rid of him.
He knows what's going on down there, doesn't
Yeah,
he? He
that's what
knows.
I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Sean Dyche knows what's going on down there.
Does indeed. Does indeed. Right, there we go. Right, well, thank you so much for everyone for joining us. We will be there on Sunday afternoon. I'm going to check inside that box over there to see how this mic works. But yeah, no, if you're about, you fancy a chat on Sunday, either before the game or after the game, we'll probably hang about around outside for a brief period if anyone wants to come and have a chat. Because it'd be good to get some final thoughts of everyone really, and see what we're all generally thinking. But it's been nice chatting here this evening. Obviously, our final home game in the Premier League is coming up on Sunday. We'll be doing lots of content, lots of videos for both reactions. And I don't think we're going to be talking that much about the Liverpool game. I think there's going to be a very weird atmosphere with probably 99% Liverpool fans in the home end.
Yeah,
Let's be
probably.
honest. Let's be honest. I think that's probably going to be the case. So, but anyway, as always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And me and Jack will see you in the next one. All right. See you Sunday. See ya.
Bye.